Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Okay, it's vlog day, y'all. This is cleaning out the fridge, sisters. All the stuff at the bottom too, sisters, so I can figure out due to it. How much is that? Do 1.5. So we're cleaning out the fridge. Sisters cleaning out the fridge for me. We are getting ready to start our July low spend challenge, and so I need to make sure that I can clean out all the things, and we are using what we have. We do have some stuff that that will need to go because it's just been in the fridge too long, but all is well, right? Okay. No. Use here. Do not. And so thank the Lord for that thunder, because we need it for our garden. Yeah, all of it. And then take the jar and rinse it out with some water to fill it up. Okay, so I'm just making a little bit. This is not lunch. It's a little bit after lunch. This is just some broccoli and cauliflower. People always ask me, what do I do to lose weight? I'm eating broccoli and cauliflower. And some green beans. The green beans came out of our garden. I do not plant brassicas in the summer. Too hot. And they don't do well and we get bugs. Okay. All right. Green beans came out of the garden. Just, you can fill it up now. You don't have to use that. And, yeah, I'm going to edit some videos, and then I'm going to cook dinner with y'all. So come hang out with us and see what we got going on in our kitchen, in Jesus' name. Thank y'all for coming back to the vlog. Thank you so much to Midea for sending us their dual basket air fryer oven. It's an 11 quart, 8-in-1 function air fryer. It has it's really cool. One of the things I think about with air fryers, or I have had experience with air fryers, is you can only do one thing at a time. But this is their 2-zone air fryer oven. And I love it because sometimes I don't have a lot of time. And I don't want to cook one part of the meal, then I have to take it out of the basket. Now I got to figure out how it's going to stay warm while I need to cook the other part. Or sometimes, like if you're doing wings, you can only do a few wings at a time. The little basket function is what I have lots of experience with. I don't have an air fryer and have never had an air fryer that had these multiple sections. So this does have the upper portion, which is the upper air fryer basket. That's a 6 quart. And then it has the lower oven basket, which is 5 quart, which makes it 11 quarts. Before I cooked dinner, I decided to try to clean up my kitchen a little bit, get some stuff out of the way, because I want to make sure that I'm able to get this meal on the table with no problem. I'm just coming back from a funeral that I had to be a part of for one of the Titus 2 ladies. And so my time was running very short with getting dinner made and all the other things that I had to do in the evening. And of course, I cannot cook in my kitchen if it is not all situated. And sister was having a little dance party, so I decided to join her. Alrighty, so I'm going to be cooking a whole chicken in this air fryer. This is one we had in the freezer. I think I have 10 whole chickens in our freezer, and so of course I'm trying to figure out how to cook these and how to cook it where I don't have to monitor it so much. And so this is going to work out tremendously for me, because I'm going to be able to put this in the lower half of the air fryer basket and go ahead and get it squared away. I did need to remove it from the bag. I like to pour all that blood and stuff off. Of course, most people don't believe in washing your meat. If you don't wash your meat, live your best life. My grandmother washed her chicken, which just means rinse it off with some warm water, Don't put any soap on your chicken. That's just ridiculous. So I'm going to spatchcock this chicken, which means I'm taking the backbone out because I do want it to be able to lay flat in the air fryer so that is able to cook evenly, efficiently, and quickly. So I'm just cutting the backbone out of this whole chicken. Again, I had this in my freezer, so I did not go out and spend any money. But you can clearly cook a whole chicken in here. You can also cook a whole pie. You can cook a whole pizza in there. So chicken pizza pie, you can do fries. Anything you can do in a single basket air fryer. The capabilities are magnified in this one. It also has a smart sync finish where you can sync both baskets to finish cooking at the same time, even if the cook times are not the same. So I wanted to make sure that I got all the fat off. And I'm going to use that for the dogs. I'm going to just boil that. And there's my chicken. It's ready for some seasonings. And then it is going to go into the air fryer oven basket, which is a lower portion. I'm just removing some bones that I didn't want to have to pick through. And I don't want the dogs to eat it, but it will make some good broth. And so that's what I'm doing here right now. Just removing a few of those bones. You do see the air fryers on the counter, which is very good because it has a larger capacity but a smaller footprint, which means it's smaller as far as taking up your counter space. So it's really not going to take up a ton of counter space, which I like because I do not like a lot of stuff on my counters to begin with. So this is going to be extremely helpful with storage. And of course, we are short on storage because I have a ton of things in my kitchen, which I keep trying to get rid of, and I keep getting more things. But Jackson's just getting me that pot. I took all the innards out and threw them into that pot so that the dogs would get that good broth. There's the back. There's just some extra skin, the heart, the gizzard, all that. And we threw it into this particular pot. So what I'm getting ready to do now, wash my hands. I did not have gloves. I wish I had some, but I didn't. So I just made the best of what I had. I'm getting ready to season up this chicken very well because it's going to cook up and we want it to be nice and seasoned. So I'm going to use some things that I have in the pantry or that I made myself. This is just garlic powder, onion powder, those types of things. I am going to add in some chili seasoning. We pretty much put that on everything. And it just gives it a good flavor for us. That's just personal preference. A little salt. Definitely make sure you salt to taste how you appreciate your meat. This herb spice that you're going to see in this jar is celery tops, basil, and some salt that we dried the tops and we dried the basil and we just ground it down into a powder. And so we are getting into making our own spices slowly but surely. It's happening for us. And so I just wanted to make sure that I put a significant amount of that seasoning there. And I'm actually going to add in some basil oil. This is some oil that I made. And we're going to just put a little bit of oil. Now, that's a whole chicken, right? And then this garlic did not come out of our garden, but we had it to use. We have used homegrown garlic in some other recipes, but I don't want this garlic to go bad. So I am just going to smash and chop finely this garlic, and then I'm going to put it on this chicken. And we're very quickly getting ready to get this chicken into the air fryer. When I tell you that this is a game changer, this bakes, roasts, grills, broils, and toast. It does have a crisper basket. My chicken was not soggy at all. You'll see it at the end that it crisped up that skin nice. And again, I just went ahead and took the back out of my chicken just so it could lay flat. That way I was making sure that the chicken was cooking all the way through. And my kids ate the chicken. It worked out very well. It was very good. So I'm just chopping up this garlic. We're getting ready to put that into our bowl. with the chicken. And then I'm going to just massage in this garlic and all of those herbs and spices under the skin and all of that. I was going to put some butter on this, but I am doing a fast right now, so I didn't want to put too many things. But I'm just going to make sure that we get all of that spice and rub this chicken down. We did let this sit for 30 minutes while I prepped the other things that are going into the air fryer in the upper basket. So I let this sit. I tried to get as much of that garlic underneath the skin as I possibly could. It smelled amazing in my house. Now, the fun thing about this is this works with Alexa. So for those of you who really just need to be hands off, you can, now you're going to have to prep the food, of course, but you can have Alexa set it and forget it. It has the Wi-Fi connectivity, and you can download the smart app onto your phone and use this air fryer. So I'm just prepping some sweet potatoes and a few potatoes that we had in the pantry, because again, we are doing the pantry challenge and trying to use up all of the things. These sweet potatoes were needing to be used, and so I'm just getting all the skins off, and then I'm going to chop these up extremely fine, or dice it. I'm going to dice these. And then we're going to dice in a few white potatoes that we had that needed to be used. I had 2 that needed to be used. Now, I should have put all those kitchen scraps into my soil barrel, but I did not. I am not composting right now, at the moment. But I could have put it in there. It would have been fine. So I'm just taking a minute to go ahead and cut these sweet potatoes into smaller pieces, just so that they can cook on their regular cook time. Now, sweet potatoes were 390 degrees for 30 minutes. And so you'll see in just a little bit that I added something else into this meal as well. And so I had to watch my time so that I can make sure that everything was cooked through. So I'm probably just talking to my kids right here, and I'm trying to get everything chopped up so that it can go into the basket. Because with this, if I'm able to do the whole dinner meal, I don't want to have to cook, half of it now and then the other half later. What I'm adding to the basket, you'll see, worked within the time frame that we were allowed as far as the sweet potatoes. And so Jackson just gave me a little basket so that I could mimic some of those seasonings that I put on the chicken. I wanted to put some of those on the potatoes as well. And yeah, that worked out pretty fabulous. All right, so here I am again, just finishing up with these sweet potatoes. I have those 2 white potatoes. That's all I had in the pantry. And now I'm going to add in some corn, because you can air fry corn. I'm here for all the air frying things. However, there's a different cook time on the corn than the sweet potatoes, and you'll see me adjust that. So some more of the basil oil, mimicking some of those seasonings that I used on the chicken. And then I'm going to just give this all a quick stir. Really wish I had gloves. I didn't have any, but it's just my family that is eating. And so I wanted to make sure that everything was nice and coated and seasoned. We added in some ranch for the potatoes. And now this is where the magic starts to happen. So this upper basket and that lower basket, the upper basket is where you're going to see us put in the sweet potatoes. And there's dual temperature. So on the left-hand side is for the upper basket, for the temperature and the time. And then on the right-hand side is where you're going to see for the oven bottom part. So you adjust your time and temperature using the knob control. And when you're ready for it to cook, you'll just hit the knob to start. And then this is where I'm putting my whole chicken on this into the oven here. And then on the left side, on the right side, you will see where I'm now setting the temperature for the chicken and then also the time. So the chicken needed to cook for 30 minutes. So sweet potatoes were 30 minutes. And I wanted to make sure that I had the proper setting. And I only did 15 minutes on the sweet potatoes because I wanted to add in the corn. So it will tell you between sessions if you need to turn your food or shake your basket. And so I'm adding in the corn. And because the corn only took 15 minutes. And so I did 15 minutes on the sweet potatoes, and then I added in just an additional 20 minutes. Now I did turn my chicken. I didn't turn the chicken over. I just flipped it in the fryer. So I had noticed after the first 15-ish minutes that it was getting some very nice color on it, and that was amazing. So now here I am, y'all. The meal is done, right? So the sweet potatoes and corn is done. You're gonna now see me remove the chicken, all nice and brown. Look at that. Those juices were nice and clear on the bottom. And here is our meal put together. Sweet potatoes, white potatoes, a whole chicken, and then some corn. So this was an amazing find for us. I do want to thank Midea for sending it to us. And if you want a bonus recipe, Jackson made some chicken legs. He just did all chicken legs. We did the ranch chicken legs with the mayonnaise, the ranch seasoning, his salt, and then whatever other type of seasonings Jackson likes, garlic, onion powder, those types of things. And so you're going to see him just put all those things together. And yeah, we're just going to season these up very well and put on that ranch. I really like a good ranch chicken leg. And so here is everything put together there. And we're getting ready to just throw everything in the air fryer. This did not take very long. And yeah, that's everything all mixed up together. And this, I put this clip in because my son is 15 years old. He can do a meal just like we can do a meal. And so you'll see him adjusting his time and his temperature for 370 degrees for 19 minutes. And so he's going to put the remainder of the chicken on the bottom. So we had some in the basket, some on the bottom. Adjust that time as well. And there it's going to be all done. And then before too long, you're going to see all of the things are all done. You can check. It does have a light where you can look inside. And there's our chicken all done. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you liked the video, we'll see you next time. Bye now.